Hello universe, it's Ruby the Alchemist, and I'm here again to do a reading for Cancer this time. And it's Cancer season, and it's literally my girl's birthday. Shout out to you, Sid. Happy birthday. I hope this year treats you amazing and that you have a great day. But I just thought it would be a disgrace to turn off my phone for Mercury retrograde because, you know, I'm not trying to deal with all that energy, so goodbye. But I just thought it would be a disgrace to turn my phone off without first giving Cancers their gift. It's your season, so let's get into it. Oh wait, before we get into it, my perception on Cancers, unbiased perception, Cancers are very sweet. They are such sweethearts. Like when I think of them, I think of like marshmallows. They're like bears, like pink cuddly bears. They remind me of like the Care Bears so much. They are literally like the Care Bears. They cry very easily, just at anything. It doesn't have to be sad. It can be something beautiful. It can be something deep, something poetic, something romantic, something sad, something painful, something they can just feel so much depth of just different emotions and scenarios and people. This makes them very sensitive to people and to other people's emotions. A lot of them tend to be empaths that aren't aware of it yet. Like they know they're attuned to other people's feelings, but they don't know how to protect themselves just yet. Cancer is symbolized by the crab. The crab is the sea creature that can go both in and outside of the water, and they carry a protective shell. They have a protective skin around them. And I think that's a part of the Cancer journey. And I said that at 222, so alignment there. But I do think that's a part of their journey to build this thick protective skin to protect the soft heart that they have on the inside. So that's my little Cancer spiel. You guys are very sweet and dreamers, very much dreamers. Oh, you guys love beauty, as in like decorating the self, decorating your car, decorating your home. Very much into trinkets and things, very much into carrying little things on your bag, just very into like accessories, that I would say. Yeah. All right, Spirit, I'm tapping into the collective consciousness, specifically Cancers. When I think of Cancers, I think of sparkles. I think of the color blue, like a light blue, like this sort of color. I think of clouds, because again, just that dreamer energy. I just think of sunsets and very dreamlike, soft things. Ethereal things. I think of very much ethereal energy. So coming into August, throughout August, what energy is awaiting for Cancer? What is the energy looking like for August? We're gonna do a 3-card pull. The cards are already in here, Spirit. Just reveal them to me. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. All right, what's awaiting for August? This one fell out and like landed in my finger, so I'm gonna use that one. Second card pull, Spirit. Second card pull for Cancer. Okay. Middle card. Third card pull. All right, third card pull for Cancer. The card is already in here, Spirit. Just reveal it to me. Got it. Alrighty, so the second one already flipped over, but whatever. First, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, we had that in the Taurus reading too, but irrelevant. Second card, we actually also had in the Taurus reading. What the fuck? 4 of Swords. And I mentioned in the Taurus reading how 4 is the number of home, childhood, balance. However, 4 is also the number of Cancer. Cancer is the 4th sign, so that's pretty crazy that I'm pulling out 4s for this. Last card, 8 of Cups. Okay, so we have 4 together making 8. Pretty crazy if you ask me. But anyways, let's get into it. So in this story here, I'm seeing that there's a lot of seriousness going on. It seems like there's maybe a lot of responsibility happening for Cancer. That's what I'm seeing. The Pentacles, that is the suit of the material matter, as I've stated before. That's education, a job, maybe a new house, maybe a new car. It's anything material in reality. Here we have the Swords, and that is matters of the mind, overthinking, memories, thoughts, things like that. For the Cups, we have the spiritual and emotional self, and so that is your emotions, your spiritual perception, beliefs, way of being. So for the first card, maybe going into August, it's all about making money. It's all about saving money, more like it. It's about accumulating wealth and hoarding it, because it looks like you might be leaving somewhere soon. This could be either moving out, or it could be a vacation, or it could just be going out to find yourself in some way, shape, or form. That happens with travel, and that usually happens when you move out of, let's say, your parents' home or a place that you've known your entire life. So it's stepping out of your comfort zone to go somewhere else. It looks like that's what I'm seeing here in the last card. So this looks like it's building up to that in August. It's probably something you're aware about now, but it'll definitely begin picking up in August. So be prepared for that, but it looks like you're already preparing. So it looks like you're on a journey right now, Cancer. And I'm gonna go ahead and begin part 2 because it's already at 9 minutes. So thank you for listening. I'll see y'all part 2. Alrighty, I'm back, part 2. So in the beginning of August, it looks like you're still on that path of making that money, and it seems like a pretty serious time. Like, you're not necessarily enjoying yourself, but you know that this is for a reason. You know that this effort you're putting in, saving your money, making more money, it's all to elevate. You see how he's got money on his mind, he's holding that money tight, and he's sitting on top of it, like building on top of it. So yeah, this is something that you're probably working on now, or working towards, that will be happening still beginning of August. And I think you're gonna start to fall into a certain flow of this. Here with the 4 of Swords, we have someone who's at ease, at rest. It seems like what you're doing now, this journey that you're on, is a journey that you've been on to heal the inner child. It seems like this is just the next step, and this next step is a lot more physical, like in reality. So maybe the healing so far up to this point has been inner healing, as in it's all been inner work that you know you've done. And now it seems like this inner work is definitely going to make its way out into the world. Through this journey, it seems like you're leaving somewhere. You're making some sort of change, some sort of move, some sort of growth that's going to leave people like, oh, you know. Here we have someone who has put these heavy thoughts to rest, as in maybe there's been something that you've been overthinking about just for a very long time. And it seems like now you're finally at a place where it's like, all right, I don't care about that right now. I care about making my life great. I care about being happy. I care about being on my path and aligning on my path. And that's it. Here we have, it's almost like a 2-part story. It's like these 2 things combined will bring about that, what's the word I'm thinking of? That motivation to leave. So these two things together, your materials being, as in your money being good, and your thoughts being good, your mind being good, and you're at ease because you're financially stable and mentally stable, then that is the motivation and encouragement that you need, the two hurdles you have to overcome in order to be this version of you that does walk away from something out into the unknown with intuitive clarity. And I say intuitive clarity because here we have the sun and the moon and the eyes are closed, and that to me is saying emotions and intuition, like something hidden, something behind the scenes. So to me it's saying intuition. I'm gonna read the key words here. We have that call out to me, need to save money, selfishness, frugality, financial warnings. I feel like you probably already know. You might know that you have a habit of spending money, probably on trinkets. As I mentioned, you like stuff, you like to buy stuff. You probably like to go buy matcha and boba and some type of like matcha donut. I don't know, you probably like to buy things to keep you happy throughout the day, like especially food things. I feel like Cancers are very much foodies. But yes, that's what calls out to me. And greed calls out to me because, again, this feels like a journey that's been going underway. It feels like you've been on this path of trying to become more independent. So the greed calling out to me, maybe you're in a position where you've been saying no a lot more often to people. Like, no, I don't want to hang out. No, I really don't feel like going out tonight. No, I don't want to go there. No, I don't want to be around this person. No, I don't want to eat here. I want to eat here. A sense of standing up for yourself and a sense of placing boundaries where you feel they must be placed for your sense of peace, your sense of independence, your sense of self. Here with the Four of Swords, the need for rest, relaxation, or healing, patience, stillness, rehabilitation, stress, burnout. Okay, so you being this version of yourself that does say no and places boundaries on people or things or whatever the case may be, it's probably new for you to not people please. And so this might have you unhappy for a little bit, just thinking like, oh my gosh, am I doing the right thing? Just a little bit stressed about it. Here we see someone who's not really a happy camper, but more like they know they need to do these things. And here we have someone who's kind of let that worry go, and they've realized, like, I'm chilling. Like, I'm in my bed, I'm in my peace, I'm in my home where I like to be, and if I want to be around you, well, I'll call you up. So I think there's gonna be moving more towards August. I think you're gonna see more that you enjoy your own company more than you realize, and you enjoy your own company more than a lot of people you're actually around. So being home and doing nothing is probably more exciting to you than, I don't know, going out to the club or something. So if that is the case, then don't feel sorry for saying no. Just be honest with yourself and with other people that you like your peace and it looks like this. So I think, yep, towards the middle of August, you're just gonna feel a lot closer to yourself, a lot closer to your inner child, in a sense of comfort, as in you're gonna feel comfortable setting these boundaries because it's gonna bring you back to that childhood self and give you that space to be that childhood self. Okay, for 8 of Cups, we have things unfinished, responsibilities unfulfilled, unexpected opportunities, relocation, starting over, priorities, abandonment, disillusionment. Okay, so that was all the keywords, and they all call out to me a little bit just because Cancer does tend to create a fantasy of things, and this is telling me you either have realized that the fantasy is not what you thought, or is expressed different in reality than what you might imagine. So I think this is just a sense of finding yourself, finding your sense of a safe space, your sense of independence, starting over, probably just with your perception on the journey. So yeah, I think come August, there's going to be a change of how you perceive people, how you perceive yourself around other people, and maybe this month will be a big month towards that goal of relocating, as far as maybe moving out of your parents' house or just moving out of your current situation. So yeah, that's what I have for Cancer. Again, I thought it was crazy that we have 4/4. Cancer is the fourth sign, and we have the number 8. So 8 is the number of abundance. Again, we've been talking about material things, moving out, so it looks like a lot of abundance is in store for Cancer and a sense of independence. So I'm wishing you all luck in that. Thank you for listening. Before I let you guys go, I did just want to add really quick that Cancers are very abundant. They're ruled by the moon, and the moon rules the waters, and water is all around us. So they're very abundant signs. And the number 8 is the number of abundance. So very fitting for the reading. Don't be scared, Cancer, walking out into the unknown on your own. You are abundant and protected. In the beginning, I also mentioned how it's a part of the Cancer journey to build that protective outer shell. So this reading pretty much covered that with setting boundaries to protect the self, and in the end we see the journey to a sense of independence out in the world. And there's a cardinal right there. How cute. So thank you for listening. Peace out. I'll see y'all next time. So cute.